lighting of the lamp to mark the beginning of this auspicious ceremony. As we light the lamp, let us take a moment to reflect on the values and traditions that have guided us throughout the competition. The lamp symbolizes the light of knowledge, wisdom, and truth that we have sought to embody in our work as lawyers and legal professionals. I request the honorable judges and the guest of honor to begin with the ceremony of lighting the lamp.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I would request Professor Shweta Gagneja, ma'am, Professor Wani, sir, Senior Advocate K.P. Sundar Rao, sir, Chairman, sir, Chairperson, ma'am, Director, ma'am, Advocate Firdouse Wani, ma'am, and Rakesh Kumar, sir, to please come upon the dais. The Ganesh Vandana is an invocation to Sri Ganesha, who is Hindu god of all the beginnings. Now, let's start this beautiful event by taking the name of Lord Ganesha and thank him for making this event a great success. Now I would request Bharti for performing classical dance at Ganesh Vandana. Please put your hands together for Bharti.
That was such a wonderful performance by you, Bharti. Thank you. Government alone will never be able to do it. It is only the people themselves who must utilize law for the purpose of bringing justice at the doorsteps of large masses of people of the country. In the words of Justice P.N. Bhagwati, Namaskar, good afternoon, Shubh Madhyana, Dopahar Bakhair. I, Shashanki and Pihu Agarwal welcome all of you to the propitious valedictory ceremony of second National Moot Court competition conducted by Fairfield Institute of Management and Technology, School of Law in collaboration with Southwest Delhi Legal Services Authority.
Now, we would like to begin with the felicitation of guests and give the token of gratitude to them. I would request Chairman Sir to felicitate Honorable Justice V.K. Rao Sir. I would request Chairman Sir to felicitate Senior Advocate. Dr. Rakesh Kumar Sir. Now, I would like to request Vyas ma'am to felicitate Advocate Firdouse Qutb Wani ma'am. Now, I would like to request Ms. Malvika ma'am to felicitate Senior Advocate Narhari Singh sir. Now, I would like to request Ms. Deepanjali ma'am to felicitate Advocate Praveen Kumar sir. Now, I would like to request Parul Manchanda ma'am to felicitate Dr. J.P. Chaudhary sir. Now, I would like to request Vyas ma'am to felicitate Professor Dr. M. Abzalwani sir with a token of gratitude. Now, I would like to request Dr. Shivani ma'am to felicitate Kumar Abhishek sir, author of Moot Proposition, with a token of gratitude.
you everyone. With this, we welcome all our guests. FINT Legal Services Clinic is a student-run committee that offers legal and paralegal services. It has a twin mandate of spreading legal awareness and providing free legal assistance to the socially and economically backward sections of society who have difficulty accessing the judicial system. Additionally, it also provides a center for practical and professional training for students of law. With this, we'd like to call the students for Nukkad Natak on the significance of legal aid. A huge round of applause for them.
अच्छे कर्म करे होते तो अच्छा फल मिलता।
मेरी मानो रुका की टेंशन मत लो, छोड़ आओ उस बच्चे को।
छोड़ आओ। सोनिया, सोनिया,
क्या हुआ है?
मुझे नहीं लगता सोनिया हम इस बच्चे को अपना पाएंगे।
ये तुम क्या कह रहे हो? समाज ने इसे ठुकरा दिया, मैंने कुछ नहीं कहा, पर अब तुम भी, तुम्हें पता है ना ये हमारा गुण है, हमारा।
तुम्हें क्यों नहीं समझ आ रही बच्चा इस दुनिया के काबिल नहीं है?
बस करो, मैं नहीं जानती कि मेरा बच्चा इस दुनिया के काबिल है कि नहीं, लेकिन ये समाज मेरे बच्चे के काबिल नहीं। तो ये है इस समाज का कड़वा सच, जहाँ एक बच्चे को ठुकरा दिया गया। क्यों? क्योंकि वो विकलांग है। उस बच्चे को ही नहीं, यहाँ तक कि उसकी माँ को भी ठुकरा दिया गया। पर माँ तो माँ होती है ना, जिसने उसे 9 महीने अपनी कोख में पाला, वो उसे ऐसे कैसे जाने देती? गुड मॉर्निंग टीचर। गुड मॉर्निंग बच्चों। तो बच्चों बताओ, आप में से मुझे कौन जवाब देगा? चांद पे सबसे पहले कौन गया था? मैं बताऊं। अरे मुझे पता है, पर तुम जवाब कैसे दोगे? पहले से खड़े हो गए। खैर इसे छोड़ो, बाकी बच्चे तुम सब बताओ, तुम में से कौन जवाब देगा? हमें नहीं आता। मजाक? क्या ये मजाक था? समाज में कई विद्वान लोग ऐसे ही कॉलेजेस में जाके मजाक का शिकार होते हैं। क्या ये सही है?
ये क्यों शिकायत करते हैं? वो आम इंसान नहीं है, क्या ये सही है?
क्या हुआ बेटा? तू क्यों रो रही है? माँ मैं आज के बाद कभी भी कॉलेज नहीं जाऊंगा माँ। क्यों बेटा? तू तो पढ़ाई में बहुत होशियार है। होशियार हूँ? उससे क्या होता है माँ? कॉलेज में सब मेरे विकलांग होने का मजाक उड़ाते हैं माँ, सब मेरे ऊपर हंसते हैं माँ। तो तू इन सारे बच्चों की कंप्लेंट अपने टीचर से क्यों नहीं करता? माँ वो टीचर भी गंदी है, वो भी सबके साथ मिलकर मेरा मजाक उड़ाती है माँ। तू रो मत बेटा, मैं और तेरे पापा कल ही तुम्हारे टीचर से बात करेंगे।
नमस्ते मैडम।
अरे गुप्ता जी आप आइए, मैं आपकी को याद कर रही थी। वो दरअसल मुझे आपसे कुछ बात करनी थी आपके बच्चे को लेकर।
क्या हुआ?
वो बात कुछ ऐसी है कि हम आपके बच्चे को अब और नहीं पढ़ा सकते क्योंकि वो विकलांग है और उससे हमारे दूसरे बच्चों पर असर पड़ रहा है। असर? कैसा असर? बेचारा तो चुपचाप क्लास में बैठा रहता है और पढ़ाई में भी तो होशियार है मेरा बच्चा। जी हमें और बहस नहीं करनी आपसे, आप अपने बच्चे को ले जा सकते हैं।
काबिलियत? जी हाँ काबिलियत। हमें कभी भी किसी की काबिलियत पर संदेह नहीं करना चाहिए। अगर भगवान एक दरवाजे बंद करता है तो कहीं और दरवाजे खोलता है।
क्या हुआ गुप्ता जी? बड़े परेशान लग रहे हो, सब ठीक है ना?
क्या ही बताऊँ, जब भगवान के नसीब में ऐसा बेटा दिया तो क्या ही कर सकते हैं।
नमस्ते जी, इसे स्कूल से निकाल दिया गया है। अब आप ही बताइए हम कहाँ जाए, क्या करें?
तो इसमें परेशान होने वाली क्या बात है? हमारे शहर में एक ऐसी संस्था है जो ऐसे बच्चों की मदद करती है, लेकिन वो उसकी कानूनी सेवा
महिलाएं, बुजुर्ग, ट्रांसजेंडर ऐसे वर्ग के लोग आते हैं। धन्यवाद।
धन्यवाद।
That was such an informative act by all of them. In just few minutes, they depicted all the major aspects of the society, be it domestic violence or inequality. A huge round of applause for all of them once again. With the great success of the second National Moot Court competition, I would like to congratulate everyone for their great efforts and participation. Now, here are the glimpses of second National Moot Court competition of 3 days.
just a few minutes. It rightly showcased the progress as well as the success of the competition. I would further like to call Ms. Ananya Kapoor, the student convener of the Moot Court competition, to shed some light on the second National Moot Court competition conducted by FIMT School of Law in collaboration with Southwest District Legal Services Authority.
Good afternoon to all the dignitaries on and off the dais, my beloved teachers, worthy participants, and the fellow students. I am Ananya Kapoor, student convener of the second National Moot Court competition organized by Justice Prevails Moot Court Society of Fairfield School of Law in association with Southwest District Legal Service Authority from 27 to 29 April 2023. Justice Prevails is the Moot Court Society that has more than 60 members from all the semesters of BBLLB and BALLB. The society believes in equal opportunities for all and justice. All the members go through a 2-tier interview screening sessions annually. The college is represented at various national levels across the country by us. Our society promotes practical knowledge through moot court sessions for both members and non-members. This competition has been organized by the college in collaboration with Southwest District Legal Service Authority. It promotes legal awareness among the public through functions and workshops. It provides free legal aid to persons entitled to do it under the Legal Service Authorities Act. The competition was held in the past 3 days, but it all began 6 months ago when we first heard of our college organizing a national moot court competition. After hundreds of mails and dozens of calls, a huge number of 50 teams registered for the second national moot court competition of FIMT. It had teams from 15 states of India: Delhi, Tamil Nadu, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Kerala, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, and Himachal Pradesh. Due to the rise in COVID cases, 50 registered teams were there, but only 44 participated. Since we had a huge number of teams from outside Delhi, FIMT had arranged a hotel accommodation for the participants. The teams travelled across the country by 26th April when we had the draw of lots for the preliminary round on the Google platform. On 27th, we began with the first day of the competition, where 44 teams competed against each other in the preliminary rounds. We had 12 judges of the competition, where 44 teams contested in 2 different rounds. In the first round, 2 teams competed in a courtroom, followed by which another pair competed. Post-lunch, the teams competed again before different judges and presented the other side. Respondents became the petitioners and the petitioners became the respondents. Based on the 2 rounds, the top 8 teams were qualified for quarterfinals. The draw of lots for the quarterfinals took place immediately after the rounds for the convenience. The following day, 26 April 2023, the researchers travelled to FIMT for the researchers test, based on which the researcher which performed the best at the test. The top 8 teams then began with the quarterfinals round. We had 4 teams and 8 judges, including practicing advocates and academicians. After the knockouts, 4 teams were shortlisted for the semi-finals, followed by which the draw of lots for the semi-finals took place. Post-lunch the very same day, the semi-finals were conducted in 2 courtrooms with 6 judges, including senior academicians and Supreme Court advocates. This round gave us our finalists, the 2 teams that went through with the draw of lots to determine the size of the party. This finally brought us to the final round today, where in the presence of our esteemed guests, including senior advocates and senior professors, the winner will be declared. The constant support of all the teams throughout the competition is much appreciable and moreover cherishing. The past 3 days were very hectic for nearly everyone sitting in this room. But it was an experience too. It was an experience of responsibility, joy, excitement, a little nervousness, and a lot of knowledge for us. It has been a pleasure for Yashwants and I to be the student conveners for this momentous event organized by our college in collaboration with Southwest Delhi District Legal Service Authority. We look forward to more such opportunities and wish the very best to all the teams that were present in our campus for the competition. I look forward to collaborating with the teams in the future as well. Thanks for the opportunity and very well obliged. Thank you.
Continued pursuit of instilling and developing the standard of higher education in India. Within a short span of time, FIMD has become one of the trailblazer institutions under GTSIQ India and the only institute to host the Bar Council of India inter-university.
एक बहुत मजबूत आधारशिला रखा और मैं हमेशा FIMT कॉलेज के वेल विसर रहे GGA US LLS में प्रोफेसर हैं और आपसे मुलाकात और इंस्टीट्यूशन में विजिट इनकी होती रही। यूनिवर्सिटी में काफ़ी जिम्मेदारी के साथ मैं हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं और मैं उम्मीद करता हूं आपको अच्छा लगा होगा, अच्छा माहौल मिला होगा, हॉस्पिटलिटी में कोई कमी नहीं आई। जिन्होंने सोचना चाहिए और आगे हमें सुधार करना चाहिए जिससे समाज और देश की सेवा हम कर सके। मूट कोर्ट सोसाइटी, फेयरफील्ड मूट कोर्ट सोसाइटी, फेयरफील्ड मूट कोर्ट सोसाइटी ने बहुत ही मेहनत करी और मैं सभी इसके मेंबर्स को धन्यवाद देता हूं और मैं चाहता हूं कि आप हमेशा जितने बच्चे हैं, मैक्सिमम जितने भी लीगल एजुकेशन में पढ़ रहे हैं हमारे, वो हमेशा पार्टिसिपेट करें और एक अच्छा एडवोकेसी स्किल के साथ देश और समाज की सेवा करें। धन्यवाद। जय भारत, जय हिंद।
Thank you, sir. That was such an energetic welcome. Further, I request Professor Dr. Rakesh Kumar to invocate us with a few words of wisdom.
Honorable Justice B.K. Rao sir, Sri N.K. Bhagwa sir, Chairman FIT Group of the institution, Ms. Anuradha Jindal, Secretary Southwest Delhi Legal Service Authority, Advocate K.P. Sundar Rao sir, Firdouse Wani, and my teacher Afzal Wani sir, Shweta Gazvezia ma'am. First of all, I express my gratitude for inviting me for judging the final round of this competition. For this, I am thankful to School of Law and Legal Study. He asked me that you have to look after the moot court activities as a convener. And I was the one student who never participated in any moot court competitions. I was totally nervous. I said, sir, how I will handle because I have never participated. But he said, no, you have to do it. Then I start thinking as to what to do differently. And the moment I have taken the charge as a convener of the Moot Court Society, I devised one technique. The technique was that whenever I receive any kind of invitations from many places, I go for the trial. I was just putting on the notice, I inviting the student to come for give the trial, and after rigorous trial, I was selected. And you will be surprised to know the result was phenomenal. Hardly any competitions on all India basis or even outside country we have not won. Our team was either the winner. In worst case, we were moving out from the quarter-final round. So, as far the mooting competition is concerned, as far the from the student perspective is concerned, mooting is the one occasion which provide you lot of opportunity. You are just given the limited set of facts. In mooting, you are not rewarded to introduce any new kind of facts. On the basis of existing facts, you learn so many things. You have to frame the issue. Framing issue is something which is still considered prerogative of the senior lawyers. They are employing the junior lawyers. They ask them to do drafting work, but as far the framing issue is concerned, they keep it for themselves. So framing issue is the one aspect. Then after that, you will think about how to do the research. What are the relevant facts which I should pick up? So, as a teacher, my advice to all the students, whenever you are getting this opportunity, you always try to maximize it. You try to learn the things. It is not a question of winning or losing the competitions. I may have, as a teacher, I have drilled you, but that drilling was only just to call out the best thing from you. You have to come out with some kind of innovative argument. Some of you may have succeeded, some of you might have missed the point at that point of time, but these are the part of the game. As far as this institute is concerned, as the Bhardwaj sir pointed out, that my association with the institute, when it was joined with the IP University, I think we were in 2006 or 7. I was handling the counseling programs, and then I came to know that the one institute, its name of FIMT, had joined. And from 2006 to 2023, here this institute has performed exceedingly well. Now, after the passing so many years, now time has come to just to institute to give us some more kind of fillip to this. Once the institute will provide us some more momentum, then naturally this institute is going to perform in NCR regions. So I'm sure that as the Bhardwaj sir pointed out that they want this competition, this will become the regular features. Instead of having the certain national moot court competitions, I'm sure that seriously they will try to organize the more moot court competitions. As far as the problem is concerned, the problem was quite balanced, and they have provided the opportunity to both the sides to advance the argument. But only thing is that the difficulty which we are facing today, here the student has stopped reading the textbook. The student has stopped reading the judgment of the case. What they are doing is that they are simply going for the internet, they are simply typing the keywords, and whatever is being provided by the internet, that is being incorporated. I think you have to think seriously whether this is the correct way of doing research, this is the correct way of approaching the issues. I am sure that those who will take some kind of clue from this, naturally they will going to perform in the futures. So last, I express my sincere thanks. I am hopeful that those who are going to win, they will enjoy, but the others, those who are going to, those who have not this opportunity, they will explore the possibility and they will try to perform in the future. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to request Honorable Justice V. K. Rao sir to please come and give some words.
Good afternoon to all. Namaskar. And all the dignitaries who are sitting on the dais, off the dais, the faculty of the Fairfield Law School, and dear students, I must say, who are present in plenty. I'm really motivated to see you all here today. You know, there is a saying in Hindi, दाने दाने पे लिखा हुआ है खाने वाले का नाम. There is a purpose for me to say this. In fact, when this invite had come to me that I should come for this function, I expressed my inability because I was to go out of Delhi. So I requested one of my colleagues to be present here for this function. Now, unfortunately, there was some urgent matter which had come up, so he had to stay back. And simultaneously, even my program going out of Delhi was cancelled. So it's like this, you know, in which they present the case, the manner in which they argue the case. Unfortunately, you know, when I did law in the year 1990, we did. But today, a student who pass out from the law school, and it's my experience judging a moot court, my experience sitting in the court, I am very clear that a student is a more confident student, a more well-read student, a more well-researched student, a person who communicates in the language in a much better and a confident manner. That's the effect of the mooting which has made on this profession, the legal profession. You know, well, I have mooted quite a few moot court competitions, and I find that not only students who are from other than law schools also, they are equally participating in it with full confidence and vigor. And you are the people, you are the students who will, after graduating from law school, some may come to the litigation, some may go to corporate, some may become law officers, some may become legal advisors. My only request would be that try to be in touch with the subject, because ultimately the subject is whatever you read, whatever the judgment which come from the Supreme Court and the High Court which you read, be in touch with them, and it will help you in your nature of duties which you would be performing. Be as an advocate, be as a law officer, be as a, working as a an associate in a law firm. There may be a situation. Well, I have been told by Mr. Nandalia there are around 160 students who have passed out from this college who are now judicial officers in different states. That is, I must say, that's a very good number. And there may be amongst you who would be going, who may become a judicial officer. Judicial officer means you are a judge who would be judging the disputes between the litigants. And as a judge, it is very important for all of you to be in touch with the judgment, with the latest changes, so that you can be effectively. Okay, that's the advice I can give you. I must congratulate the Nukkad team. I think they have performed excellently, and I think that the institute is sending students to different localities to educate the ultimate consumer of justice system, that is the litigant, that what are the rights he has for him to take up an issue with the court if he has any issue. So, and that apart, yes, in the end I must say that I've been told that the finals were held today, the final of the mooting held today. May the best team win, and surely I think the results would be declared in a short time. May the best team win. Thank you very much. In the end, I must reiterate to the organizers for giving me this opportunity to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your past mooting experiences and giving us very energetic words. That was really honorable. Thank you so much, sir. Senior Advocate K.P. Sundar Rao, sir. Sir started his journey in 1990, and since then has held numerous litigants get justice in the Court of Law and Property Law and other matters. Sir has also been associated with FIMD and paving a path of excellence for the institution and its stakeholders. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everybody. Dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and my dear students. It's really a pleasure to be associated with you people, because as Justice Rao Sahab has rightly said, at that time we didn't have such type of moot court competitions, nor intense, nothing at all. Being a practicing advocate, we also interact with the intense come. When we see these people, really we are astonished with the way their IQ, their enthusiasm, and also they wanted to be a real advocate. It is very amazing And sometimes I should confess myself, we people learn from you people. Because see, if you look at this professional point of view, whenever people come and ask us, ask me especially, how do you feel about this profession? Really, I am telling you, it's a very, 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 very good profession in all respects. Respect command, good in law, financially sound. In all respects, we get it. Provided if we are sincere and hard worker. Don't go for any shortcut in any manner at all. Because the system itself develops in such a way, day by day, for the interest of the litigants as well as the legal system. Because of that only, first while studying, you will be intent with some attached to some advocate. You practically see what that advocate is seeing, what that advocate is doing. Simultaneously, this moot court competition, as if court has been created here, you are competing each other. I should say, with respect, and also Justice V.K. Rao also agree, judging moot court competition person is more tougher than the judging in the court. Because judging in the court, it will always be a paper explaining both the advocates. So they will decide the case on the basis of the documents and the arguments. But here it is not. You have to judge a person whose ability is good. It's not good for the case point of view. Because how he is presenting, as I was told, one day he is the petitioner and other day he is the respondent. Other day is the respondent, one day is the petitioner. So you have to argue from both the sides. So judging the capacity of a person is more difficult than judging of a case. You people won't believe, it gives a lot of internal satisfaction as well as support to you. And really, I should say this FIMT, imagine, you people have come, almost 43 people from universities from all over India, who are organizing, who will take responsibility of these students, spending money, providing facilities to you people, creating that much of atmosphere. It is only, I should say, Mr. Vijay Nangalia can do it. Because I am associated with Mr. Vijay Nangalia since from the beginning. Before this FIMT I think it started in 2006, isn't it? Started in 2006. Now, since 2006 I am associated with FIMT. Apart from that, they have other institutes. It is called Institute of Public Health and Hygiene. I think 93-94. 93-94. 75, but I am associated with 93-94. Because during that year, Mrs. Joshi and Mr. Joshi, then we are all associated from that period. It is a very pleasure and very happy to associate with such type of institutions, because they are really wanted to provide the human service to the society. It is not that you people imagine there are colleges all over India. Why should the FIMT only to do it? Because they are interested to bring a new people in the profession. Now coming to the point of view, people are the law students as well as the people have said, important thing is your language. Maybe a written language or a spoken language. How you present the case is more important while drafting the petition. You have to be precise. You have to draft the petition in such a way where you should convince the judge, number one. Apart from that, while drafting, you have to keep the thing in mind. You have two opponents. Number one, the sitting judge itself is an opponent. He himself is an opponent. He will not normally allow your petition, come on, okay, I'll give the relief and all. No, not at all. First, he will look into the aspects of it, whether there is a point to look into or not. That you have to prepare the case in such a way first. He has to satisfy, to admit your case, proceed further. Second, your natural opponent, whosoever will be the respondent, he will try to find out all the mistakes which you are in the petition. Apart from his case, he will try to point out what are the mistakes in your petition. So, your drafting should be very clear as well as per the requirement. Two, as said, all your research, the present as per the Supreme Court judgments and the High Court judgment, your research will be on the basis of the point, and your petition should be that on the basis of the research which you are doing on the point. So that tomorrow while arguing the matter, you yourself can present it, sir, in so and so case, this has been held like this, and this is the point involved in the present case. So these are all the things which are very, very important as a law students. There are a lot of things which might have been told by your teachers as well as during the moot court competition, as well as the advocates given the guidances to you all these days. And with this, and I should be thankful to the FIMT management, though it is associated with a long association. And I always say all the best to you people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting the beauty of law as advocate. Prof. Qutb ma'am is an advocate on record at Supreme Court of India. She is also the Additional Standing Counsel of Delhi State Industrial and Infrastructure Development Corporation and amicus curiae for National Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission. She represents Government of India and Delhi Waqf Board, being panel counsel for both the bodies. She is a law graduate from Jamia Millia Islamia. Ma'am has been awarded by N.K. Nawaz Memorial Gold Medal by the Indian Society of International Law, New Delhi, in the year 2008 for excelling in international and national IPR laws. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for such an elaborate introduction. And I think it was not needed because here I have so many people on the dais who have achieved so much that I feel quite a little small here. So first and foremost, a very good morning to everyone, because I like sunrises and morning is always very fresh. So I always say good morning. So first and foremost, I really thank FIMT, Bharatwaj, for having me here, for inviting me. And I was also, like Justice Rao said, that he thought he is here to judge a moot court competition. Even I thought that I am here to judge a moot court competition. But not an issue. So let me just say something. It's very true that judging, what Senior Advocate Mr. Rao also said, that in courtrooms it's very easy. It's not that difficult. But in moot courts, it's much more difficult. The simple reason is, you must have heard about this. If you know the judge, then you can do wonderful. Knowing judge is not that, personally you know the judge. It's what happens is that we keep on appearing in the matters and observing the honorable judges. That what they like, what they think, how they articulate things, what kind of questions they might ask, what is needed to put forth to them. But here, what happens is all of a sudden some people come and they start judging you. You don't even know that, what would be they asking you, how would they actually articulate things and everything. So it's much difficult for the students who are appearing in the moot court competition, and that is the trend. Because when you are actually in that difficult situation and you argue there and you are able to put forth your cases in a better manner, then it gets easier for you when you go into litigation, when you are arguing in the courtrooms. So as it was previously also said that it's good that you should participate in the moot court competition. I have seen, there is this huge competition that many students participate and then only few students are selected for the National Moot Court competitions to represent their colleges. I'm not sure, but I think in most of the law schools, these moot court competitions are mandatory for all the students. There's one subject. So I think all of you should take that also seriously while it's as your subject. So because ultimately if you want to go into the litigation, there as Justice Rao also said that even he has felt that students who are now new, who have been participating in the moot court competitions, they are much more confident while they appear in the courtrooms. So my advice would be that most of you and all of you should actually participate. At least once you should participate, as we don't get Professor Wani like Professor Rakesh sir got, who told him that you will have to convene that moot court competition even if you have never participated in that. So one more thing, while I was watching this Nukkad Natak, so I was quite impressed with that in just span of few minutes only, you were able to put forth so many things, like that disability one that was there, because I have seen, and we have also, because I work with some NGOs as well, we have seen many students, they commit suicides as well. And yes, DLSA is providing legal aid to such people also. I remember there is this one lady whose son was in Delhi public school. I should not have taken the name of school, but it's there in the public platform, everybody knows it. So the child was not held by anyone, and then ultimately the child committed suicide, thinking that he is wrong and the rest of the world is right. So I quite felt that it was very, whosoever might have, I don't know who has just given that script, whosoever has done it, I really want to congratulate that person and the team who actually performed it here. That is wonderful. Now, whenever I visit a college, I tend to just go back to my own college days when I was in college. Although I'm not too old, females, they don't accept that they're too old. So, whatever it was. So, I also have one request to all the students. That is, you should respect your teachers, irrespective of whatever they are, however they are. Because at the end of the day, wherever we land up, it is because of them. And if we are able to respect them, then we are able to respect ourselves also. And ultimately, when you are able to give respect to others without downgrading them, it somehow uplifts you. We have Justice Rao here. I have seen him as a senior advocate in the corridors of the Hon'ble High Court, Supreme Court, and I am fortunate to see him as the judge of the Honorable Delhi High Court and to appear in front of him several times. We have seen that he has been always very humble, grounded, and approachable as well. To advise and to support the students like you, lawyers like us. So, very important thing in this whole profession is that you have to be very grounded, humble. If the day you start respecting your teachers, your colleagues, and respecting yourself as well, because once you respect yourself, others will respect you, and you start being humble, then you will grow. There is no hindrance thereafter. So it's very important that you remain grounded, humble, and always keep on educating yourself. Now we are practicing, we have to brief seniors, we have to prepare ourselves, the briefs, we have to have meetings with the clients, we have to see our family also. Everything is there. We don't get the time. Right now you are preparing for your college, your exams, this and that. But still every day just take out few minutes, even if you will take 10 minutes or 15 minutes and read something. As Justice Rao said that you should not lose touch with the High Courts and Supreme Courts, the judgments that are every day are passed there. So I would actually advise that all of you every day, because you have now everything is online. You have SCC online, Manupatra, this and that. Every day, at least read a page of some judgment, and you will see that how you will, when you are sitting somewhere, you are discussing things, you will feel somewhere that you know things. You will try, you would be able to engage with others also, because this profession is more of networking. This profession is more of discussions. And to add to what Senior Advocate K.P. Sundar Rao sir said, that when you are in courtroom, it's not just the opponent you're fighting with, it's actually the judge also whom you have to convince. So I have been always telling people that while you're in the courtroom, it's two people you should be actually thinking about, and you should try to articulate your arguments to impress the two people. One is the judge who's sitting in front of you and you're trying to convince him. Other is the audience which is sitting behind you. Because in that audience, either there are litigants who may be learning something from you, that is one. And maybe, if you're very good in your arguments, maybe they will hand over their briefs to you. Second is lawyers who are sitting there who might take some cue from your arguments and would help in their own cases, or maybe they would come and brief you in their own matters. And it's the judge with whom you have to convince, that's there, that is the ultimate. With the opponent, it's that you just have to be very conscious that what arguments he is making and all that, that is there. But these two people are there whom you have to impress on. I think I talk a lot and I should finish now. I would request Mr. Bhargava to invite me more to this college, because he has invited me several times and I have given lectures here. And I have loved to interact with the students of this college especially, because the questions you throw on and the way you interact, and ultimately later on when people meet me in the High Court and the Supreme Court corridors as lawyers, many of your seniors are there, and I am always pleased to see them flourishing as the lawyers. And Justice Rao is sitting here, although he didn't say it so clearly, but I would say that most of you should go into litigation. Every time I say this. And more of the girls. Now we see more of the females in the High Court, but I would request that most of you should, because we are very strong, and that the way we argue, I don't think men do like that. So I'm not discouraging the boys here, but I would want more of the females to go into litigation. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
First of all, a very good morning, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for enlightening us with your elaborative thoughts on moot court and litigation too. Thank you so much, ma'am. Professor Dr. M. Wani, sir, is a nationally prominent educator and researcher in law. He is a former member of the Law Commission of India, Dean, University School of Law and Legal Studies at Cambridge as an advisor. Sir is a gold medalist in his master's degree in law, a PhD in comparative jurisprudence, and a long-term senior researcher at the Indian Law Institute, New Delhi. An inspiring academic leader, Professor Dr. M. Wani, sir, has endured 29 years of his career doing what he finds best for the nation and whole humanity. I would like to welcome you, sir, for concluding remarks.
Honorable Mr. Justice V.K. Rao, Senior Advocate K.P. Sundar Rao, Shri V.K.N. Bhardwaj, Chairman FIMT, Dr. Nalini Joshi, Chairperson of the FIMT Group of Institutions, my younger sister, Professor Rakesh, Kumar, my younger brother, Advocate Firdouse Qutb Wani, AOR, Supreme Court of India, Professor Shavita Vednija, Director of the FIMT School of Law, Professor Saroj Vyas, Director of FIMT College. I may have missed someone, forgive me for that. I wish you all a very fine good evening. Everybody has his way. My way is intuition. And if I ask a question, why is 29th of April very important in human history? How many of you have the answer to it? 29th of April 1969. Why is it important? Why I said intuition? I have a lot of respect for Dr. Nalini, ma'am. I was thinking if I had to speak today, what should I say? I was saying I shall count some date in 20th century. That was very important. What came to my mind was 29th of April 1969. That day Neil Armstrong, American scientist, put his foot on moon. And the same question was being asked here today to the person that when the man put his foot on the moon. You can see, please don't divorce intuition. Don't divorce spirituality. Don't divorce your inner self. Believe it. Believe your soul. Believe your mind. Believe your consciousness. Believe your conscience and have faith in it. This is the actual strength. This is the source of knowledge. This is the source of understanding. This is where from the fountain of knowledge, fountain of thought, ideas flows. That's how people have come from very illiterate backgrounds and they have guided their nations. I don't know who taught Confucius. Who was the teacher of Swami Vivekananda? Who was the best teacher? Abraham Lincoln, and then so many others. Then George Washington didn't have the history of studying the constitutionalism and how they led the things. The best of the thing is to look within your own self, my dear mooters. You are very important. Your thought is important. The senses you are enjoying, read, take the facts, look to the surroundings. What is around? What are the words? What are the symbols? What are the requirements? What are the feelings? I think law does not emerge from the bills which are passed in the parliament. The laws emerge from the feelings of the people who suffer and they want a law should come into existence and relieve our sufferings. That is the real source of law. And if you don't touch that real source of law, you are not an original thinker. You are not an original advocate. You are not an original judge. And you are not the last to say the best about a matter in the court of law, either as a lawyer or as a judge. That's how, when we get to the ocean of law, it always demands, read me more, think about me more, and you will understand more and more and more about it. Read a line many times, it will mean much more to you. I don't remember the words, Professor Shavita will help me. What are the two words of welcome in your emblem? In FIMT. Sir always says that. क्या है? Sir, दो word क्या है जो welcome in your Badorasa. I would say there are people who have mantras, maybe of any god. I would say, you dear FIMT students, and all those who are associated with FIMT as the participants of FIMT Moot. Please repeat it 1,000 times, Badarasa. It will speak then to you what it means. That is the basic thing. Touch your soul with it. Tell to your own inner self, get ahead, if it means. If it means come along, get with us, get ahead, it will have a lot of meaning. That's why, besides other things I would say, you get your own inner self. Second, there are two terms, conflict and competition. Apparently, when one is not conscious of his soul, spirituality, inner self, real human spirit, there is conflict. One when gets to the meaning of life, when he understands the soul, when he understands likeness, when he understands fellow feelings, the same conflict converts into competition. That is the spirit of law. Rule of law demands competition. Rule of law rejects conflict. That's what is not understood by the United Nations Security Council and General Assembly members. Let all these participants of FIMT Moot understand it and give the message to the world that you are at a lower ebb of humanity because you are in conflict. Arise, address your soul, address your conscience, come in competition. Competition is that India provided food to the 20% of the population of the world, medicine to 25% of the population of the world. It provided dresses, clothes to the 25% population of the world. And on the other hand, there may be a policy of US or any other force and they will say, you happen to kill the 5% of the people of the world because of your war policies in this world. Let this be the competition there. This is very important. It will not come without addressing your conscience and inner self. This will not change the mood of the world. This will not change the scene of the world. And why I am insisting on this, that I did have a team from Calicut. Here they came. Their dean had told them to meet me. And I told them one thing, what can make things distinct. If here on the podium is Lord Ram, and there are the people of the world, everybody wants to catch a glimpse of Lord Ram. Everyone wants, he should have a glimpse of me. He'll be proud of it. But Lord Ram is rising on his toes. He is looking around for somebody. And then Bhardwaj tells him, Lord, whom you are searching for? He says, I am looking for Professor Wani. I love him. He loves my students. He loves my people. He wants them to get trained, the best of the training. He is selfless. He wants to reduce the conflicts. He wants to produce the competitions and healthy ones. And he wants to read the books in original. He wants the unwritten books to be read, which are not written. The miseries of the people are not written. You find them around, and that can make you the best of the lawyer. I generally give the example of the movie Laila Majnun, where from Mooty has emerged. When everybody is coming with a stone to be thrown on Majnun, and then comes the voice from Laila, Koi patthar na mare mere deewane ko. This is the argument. Here is the argument. Koi patthar na mare mere deewane ko. Ye kitab se, book se argument nahi aaya. The argument comes from the realities. The argument should come from the inner soul. It should be quite challenging and undefeatable. And then first you prove yourself the sincere and the best ones, and then you come out with the stones and stone down Mera Majnun. This is, When you go to the court of law, go fearlessly, but be honest in understanding the facts. If you don't understand them well, you are dishonest to your God, because He gave you the best of the eyes, best of the brain, best of the understanding. You are not using these powers, these abilities to read it well. He gave you the cognitive capacity. You are not interpreting the facts well. You are not finding the best of it. You are not leaning it towards justice. You are leaning it only towards the management of the case, that how many hearings should be there and how much money I can earn out of it. And maybe by chance you win it or you lose the case. My dear friends, it is not the whole knowledge is definitely in so many books, and respect them. It is with teachers, respect them. But you respect your own self means only that when you put yourself to the task. That's why when I said, why is 29th of April 1969 very important? I remember my 6th class, and then at that time throughout the day I had turned mad in that age, and that's 2 days before I was addressing the degree college Qutb students. I was guiding them for career. I told them, Qutb has rich biodiversity. Please ask to yourself a question. Can I develop a plant which grows such a fruit that if I take it in summer, it creates coolness in my mouth, and if I eat it in winter, it creates warmth in my mouth? They were saying, have we to think that also? I said, yes. That's how Newton did it. He could have taken it very easy. The apple had to fall now. But he said, apple, why don't you go above? That's how you have to know, be there. Whatever the case you are getting, you should never say, I have a bad case. No, you have the best of the cases. It depends upon your indulgence. It depends upon your involvement. It depends upon your engagement. That how much life you have thrown into the arguments which you are putting before the court. And it depends upon your social awareness. It depends upon your sensitivities. A best person having the best of the case in his understanding will not be having it the best if he is not having those social understandings and bringing the social evidence to the knowledge of the judge. If he is not bringing all those facts there, it may, at the same time look to you a little bit difficult. But I believe that it remains difficult till the time you start doing it, performing it. It is no wonder in your all colleges, why shouldn't there be a small causes court one room, a district court another one, a high court another one, a supreme court another one, and every day take the hypothetical matters, and then also your subjects. There are so many problems. Why not convert them into it, and every day have an exercise of it, going to the court, arguing, and then discussing the things, and then ultimately developing your own abilities and capacities. When FIMT does it, it should have a distinction. And that distinction should be, as Judge Saab said, it's the fair field. We have to be fair, and we have to win the field also. And we have to make the field also fair as well. And then we should have the distinction of it. I know we can go on saying things. I'm very frank sometimes, share the things. Only really, I said intuition, I said spirituality. And that's the reality, that I really believe that when someday all these prophets and avatars will be there, and when they will be seeing the people and asking them, what did you do there? My head must be quite high. And they must say, we don't want to question you. You did everything with sincerity. Your wrongs were also with sincerity. Your lapses were also with sincerity. And therefore we don't want to question you. My dear participants, please, you be honest to your parents. Therefore, read more and more books. You be honest to your own person and try to understand the problem, any problem as such it is existing there. And it should not be mere imitation, as I always say. It should be what really is the fact and understand it. Rose is rose, stone is stone, thorn is thorn. Go by this. And then I must give you also the confidence. If anybody has seen on the TV the tulip garden, if not that, see this all flower arrangement. Don't you find them very good? Don't you find them very beautiful, all the flowers here? Yes, you are equally beautiful in the eyes of Almighty. But please realize it. You are as good as a flower. And don't let your shine and color go. You enrich your shine, you enrich your color, you enrich your cognitiveness, you enrich your understanding, and be the best. You are the best mooter, you are the best competitor. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for taking us back deep into your thoughts of law. I hope your encouraging words will guide all of us throughout our lives. According to the American sociologist L. Robert Babby, quote, research is a systematic inquiry to describe, explain, predict, and control the observed phenomenon. It involves inductive and deductive methods, unquote. Research is the careful consideration of a study regarding a particular concern or research problem using scientific methods. Attorneys started under the aegis of the FIMT School of Law is a biannual, double-blind, peer-reviewed magazine, including but not limited to articles about the latest developments in the field of law, analysis of court judgments, interviews of legal luminaries, and activities conducted by the school. Now, I would request the dignitaries to release the legal magazine of FIMT School of Law, the Attorney.
For the release of the legal magazine of FIMT. In order to be able to make it, we have to put aside the fear of failing and the desire of succeeding. You have to do these things completely and purely without fear, without desire. Because things that we do without the last of result are the purest actions we shall ever take. Alan Moore stated it the best. So with this, I welcome our esteemed guests, honorable judges and fellow competitors. It is an honor to stand before you today as the moot court competition comes to a close. Throughout this competition, we have witnessed incredible advocacy and legal reasoning from all the participants. Each of them has shown an unwavering commitment to the pursuit of justice and fairness. As we reflect on this experience, let me share with you the words of Justice Ruth Ginsburg, who once said, "Real change, enduring change, happens one step at a time." Your participation in this moot court competition is one such step towards the change. You have honed your skills, learned from each other, and grown as legal professionals. As rightly said by Justice Bhagwati, the Constitution is not merely a lawyer's document, it's a vehicle of life, it's a spirit, it always is the spirit of age. This competition has taught us that the law is not just a set of rules and regulations to be followed blindly. It is a dynamic and evolving field that requires creative thinking, analytical skills, and a deep understanding of human nature. As we have seen throughout this competition, the ability to think on our feet, to make persuasive arguments, and to work collaboratively with others are all essential qualities for success in the legal profession. Perhaps even more importantly, this competition has taught us the value of perseverance and resilience. As lawyers, we will face many challenges and setbacks throughout our careers, but it is our ability to bounce back from these challenges, to learn from our mistakes, and to keep moving forward that will ultimately determine our success. Quote, we must accept finite disappointment but never lose infinite hope, unquote, in the words of Martin Luther King. So I encourage all of you to continue on this journey with optimism and a sense of purpose. Remember that law is not just a job, but a calling. We should apply these skills and knowledge to impact the world around us positively. As always, remember the importance of integrity, compassion, and justice in everything we do. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the faculty advisors and the judges who dedicated their time and effort to make this competition a success. Your expertise, guidance, and support were valuable in providing a rich and rewarding experience for our participants. Finally, I congratulate all the participants for their hard work and dedication. Let us take these lessons we have learned here and apply them in our future endeavors. May justice prevail.
The most awaited moment is here. Now, I request everyone to rotate your chairs towards your right for the declaration of result and distribution of trophies and certificates. Rotate your chairs towards the right for prize distribution ceremony.
the result or the prize for the best researcher. And that best literature prize goes to Rohit Mija from Himachal Pradesh, NAU. Prize for the best speaker goes to Akhila N from University Law College, Bangalore. Prize for the best memorial goes to Campus Law Center, University of Delhi. I am announcing the runner-up team. The runner-up team is Sharda University. winning team is Campus Law Center, Delhi University.
The moment was really overwhelming. I want to congratulate all the teams for being here and participating in the National Moot Court competition. Now we go ahead with prize distribution of the volunteers and the participants. I request everyone to please settle down and stay back. No one is allowed to leave.
यहाँ पे रख देता हूँ ना, पूरा दिखेगा। हाँ, लेकिन कैमरा नहीं रुकेगा।
Please maintain the decorum and settle down. I request everyone to please settle down. We need to go ahead with the ceremony. Now, I would like to request Professor Dr. Saroj Vyas ma'am to come here and give us few words.
थैंक यू डाइस पे विराजमान सभी अतिथियों को, विद्वजनों को और यहाँ पधारे हुए सभी महानुभावों को फेयरफील्ड इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ प्रबंधन की तरफ से मैं आप सबका आभार व्यक्त करती हूँ, धन्यवाद करती हूँ। अभी अभी जो बेस्ट रिसर्चर, बेस्ट मूटर और बेस्ट प्रेजेंटर, रनर अप और विनर अप जितनी भी टीमें रही हैं उनके लिए आप सबसे मेरा निवेदन है कि एक बार पुनः आप जोरदार तालियों से उनका स्वागत करें। और जो टीमें इस जो 44 टीमें हमारे यहाँ इस आयोजन में सम्मिलित हुई, उन 44 टीमों में से ये नहीं है कि 4 या 5 टीमों को यदि यहाँ पे अवार्ड दिया गया, ट्रॉफी दी गई है, तो बाकी टीमें अपने आप में कहीं भी पीछे हैं। सबने अपना बेस्ट दिया, लेकिन एक दस्तूर होता है कि कोई वाक कला में, जैसा कि प्रोफेसर वानी ने कहा, जस्टिस साहब ने कहा, राव साहब ने कहा कि प्रेजेंटेशन, आपने अपनी बात कितने आत्मविश्वास के साथ रखी, आपने अपने आर्ग्यूमेंट को या आपने अपनी दलीलों को कितने आत्मविश्वास के साथ, कितने सधे हुए शब्दों के साथ व्यक्त किया। और जो हमारी फिरदौस मैम ने कहा, बहुत ही अच्छे शब्दों में कहा कि आपके आगे और पीछे केवल जज साहब ही आपका जजमेंट नहीं कर रहे हैं, जजमेंट करने वाले आपके पीछे जो जितने भी कोर्ट रूम में लोग बैठे होते हैं वो भी होते हैं। तो निश्चित रूप से आप लोगों के अपने आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, आप लोगों की अपनी स्पर्धा में कोई कमी नहीं रही है, लेकिन ये एक दस्तूर होता है कि फर्स्ट और सेकंड निकालना होता है। तो एक बार सब उन प्रतिभागियों के लिए तालियां जो हमारे संस्थान में पधारे हैं। और पुनः हम आपसे आग्रह करते हैं, निवेदन करते हैं कि फेयरफील्ड इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ मैनेजमेंट एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के प्रबंधक, जैसे कि अभी वानी साहब ने कहा, श्री वी.के. भारद्वाज नागलिया साहब है, उनका पैशन है, उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छे शब्दों में कहा और राव साहब ने कहा कि ये केवल भारद्वाज साहब ही करते रहते हैं। मैं आपको एक छोटी सी बात बताना चाहूँगी कि 3 महीने के बाद भारद्वाज साहब आज अपने आप को यहाँ आने से रोक नहीं पाए हैं, क्योंकि 3 महीने पहले 4 फरवरी को इनका एक एक्सीडेंट हो गया था। सर घर पे विश्राम कर रहे थे, लेकिन आपसे ज़्यादा उत्सुक सर थे और सर से हम सभी भी जो FIMD का परिवार है वो भी आज 3 महीने बाद मिले हैं। तो आप लोग वाकई भाग्यशाली हैं कि आप वी.के. भारद्वाज नांगलिया जी और मैडम नलिनी जी का आतिथ्य स्वीकार कर रहे हैं। आप सभी से पुणे में ये कहना चाहूँगी कि इस संस्थान में हमारे यहाँ पे जो भी जितने भी प्रतिभागी आए हैं, एक चीज़ और मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगी, क्योंकि आप यहाँ पे लोग कर रहे हैं 5 ईयर BA LLB और BBA LLB में भी कोई BCom LLB और BSc LLB भी होगा। इस संस्थान में हमारे यहाँ पर स्नातक, मैं LLM की बात कर रही हूँ, LLM भी हमारा GGS IP यूनिवर्सिटी से एफिलिएटेड है और LLM में भी आप सबका स्वागत है, क्योंकि आपने निश्चित रूप से इन 3 दिनों में हमारा आतिथ्य, हमारा सहयोग और हमारे उत्साह और विशेष रूप से जो हमारे वॉलंटियर्स हैं उनका उत्साह, उनके साथ भी थे। और मैं जानती हूँ कि आप लोग निश्चित रूप से आपने बहुत सारे दोस्त बना लिए हैं और ये कहना भी कोई अतिशयोक्ति नहीं होगा कि इस संस्थान से जब शाम को आप विदा होंगे, अपने अपने प्रदेशों में जाओगे, अपने अपने विद्यालय, महाविद्यालय और विश्वविद्यालयों में जाओगे, तो फेयरफील्ड इंस्टीट्यूट की बहुत ही मीठी यादें लेके जाओगे और आपकी आंखें यदि नम होती है तो ये कोई अतिशयोक्ति की बात नहीं है। अंत में 2 शब्दों के साथ अपनी बात को मैं विराम देती हूँ कि आप पधारे ये हमारा सौभाग्य है, आप पधारे ये हमारा सौभाग्य है। इस सौभाग्य को निरंतर बनाए रखिएगा, क्योंकि हम पुनः आपके आगमन की प्रतीक्षा में पलक पावड़े बिछाए बैठे रहेंगे। धन्यवाद सभी का।
You expressed everything so gracefully. Further, we invite Professor Dr. Shweta Vineja ma'am to offer the vote of gratitude as the Director of Fairfield School of Law.
Thank you very much, Sashanki. After 3 days of exciting competitive mooting, now we have come to end the second National Moot Court competition. Good evening. Honorable Justice V.K. Rao, Judge, High Court of Delhi, respected Shri V.K. Bharadwaj, FIMT Group of Institutions, Dr. Nalini, Executive Director, Shri K.P. Sundar Rao, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court of India, Professor Afzal Wani, Advisor FIMT, Professor Rakesh, Kumar, University School of Law and Legal Studies, Professor Saroj Vyas, Director FIMT, Advocate Praveen Singh, Shri J.P. Chaudhary, Advocate Kumar Abhishek, participants, faculty and dear students. It is my privilege to propose a vote of thanks on this momentous occasion, and on the behalf of the Fairfield institution, I express my sincere gratitude to today's chief guest of the day, Justice V.K. Rao, for accepting our invite and gracing the occasion, and also highlighting the student the significance of mooting during the law school days. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing the occasion. I also express my sincere gratitude to Shri K.P. Sundar Rao, Advocate Supreme Court of India, for his presence during this moot court competition. Thank you very much. I express my hearty gratitude to Madam Firdouse and stressing the need of participation in the moot court competition. Thank you very much. I take this opportunity to thank all the distinguished guests, all the distinguished judges, right from preliminary round, quarter-final round, semi-final round and 40-final rounds, for taking out time from their schedule and judging the moot court competition during these days. Thank you very much to all the judges. And I express my deepest gratitude to Professor Afzal Wani, our institutional mentor. Sir has left no stone unturned to take the FIMT School of Law to the next level, and especially providing us the overall support, guidance for the successful execution of this moot court competition. Thank you very much, sir. My thanks goes to all the participants, those who have participated in these 3 days moot court competition, irrespective of their result. I know a lot of effort, energy goes in for preparing the memorials, for preparing the oral rounds of the competition. So you are all the winners, irrespective of the competition, irrespective of the result. Thank you very much. My special thanks goes to all the volunteers. I request all the volunteers to come forward, because these volunteers are the backbone of this moot court competition. Please have a big round of applause for all these volunteers of FIMT School of Law for making this moot court competition a huge success. Please continue for the huge round of applause for all these volunteers. Volunteers, please come forward. And I also express my gratitude to the entire Moot Court Society comprising of Miss Malvika. Please come forward. Faculty members, Miss Malvika, Shivani, Aarti, Deepanjali, Miss Farul Manchanda, all the members, Mudit, all the members of the Moot Court Society for making this moot competition a huge success. On the behalf of the entire Fairfield Moot Court Society, I express my deepest gratitude to our management, Shri V.K. Bharadwaj and Dr. Nalini, Executive Director of FIMT, for providing us the continuous support, for providing us the continuous guidance, logistic, for making this moot court competition a huge success. Thank you very much, Madam and Sir. Thank you very much.
And I also express my deepest gratitude to Madam Vyas for providing the continuous support for the successful execution of this moot court competition. And to all the staff members, to all the faculty of School of Law, non-law teachers, and all the staff members, my thanks goes to all of them, and to all the students, those who have attended this moot court competition. Thank you very much to all. And once again, congratulations to all the participants and especially to the winning team. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you to Parul for getting the coverage of it. And thank you to Shavita for coordination.
Please, volunteers, please come forward for the group photograph. Hurry up, please. Request Moot Court Society, faculty members of the Moot Court Society, please come forward. And also winning team, runner-up team, please get ready for the group photograph with your trophies. Winning team, runner-up.
Thank you so much.
Yarshan and Anya, please accompany them. Our convener and co-convener of this moot court competition. Sorry, I forgot your names. Sorry, please, for putting a lot of effort for this successful execution of this moot court competition. These are the convener and the co-convener. Please have a big round of applause. Hello.